will show how to complete an application as an employee in DC HealthLink and how to select a health plan. The first important thing to consider is using the correct browser. DC HealthLink works in Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome. Now, if you've used our system before, or for some reason need to go in and complete a second application after you've already completed an application once, it's important that you make sure to clear your cookies and browsing data before you get started. So how to do this in both browsers. So here you have a window of Google Chrome open. Go to the upper right-hand corner of the screen and click on Customize and Control Google Chrome, which is 3 little horizontal bars. Go down to Tools and select Clear Browsing Data. The box comes up with a number of options. You want to make sure that the first 4 options are checked: Clear Browsing Data, Clear Download History, Delete Cookies and other site plugin data, and Empty the cache. You also make sure that the time period selected includes all the time that you've been using our system. So in my case, I'm going to select that I want to clear browsing data for the last 4 weeks. And click on Clear Browsing Data, and it takes care of the cookies and browsing data that could cause problems in the application. At that point, I'm ready to go ahead and log in. In Firefox, the process is a little bit different. I'm going to go back to dchealthlink.com, and you hit Control key and hold that down, and hit F5. And you can see the screen refreshes. That lets you know that those cookies have been cleared. Now, the first step, if you're new to our system, is to go ahead and create an account as an employee. So you can do this by going up to the blue login button at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. And you'll see below username and password, there's the option to create an account. You can create an account. You'll have the opportunity to register as an individual or family, small business, or employee. As an employee getting health coverage through your employer, you want to click on Employee. To set up your account, you'll need to enter your first and last name, an email address, a username, and a password. You'll make sure to go ahead and record these things for your reference later on. After you've entered that information, you'll also be asked to log in and choose security questions that will be kept on file in case you need them to restore your password. I've already gone ahead and created an account, so I'm going to log in. The thing that you come to when you've logged into your account will look like this. There are several options to choose in terms of looking at plans and completing an application. As an employee, you'll want to choose the last option. It says Apply for health coverage offered by your employer through DC HealthLink. I'll be demoing the application process for a small family. So if I was just getting coverage for myself, I would click on For Myself, but because I'll also be demoing coverage for dependents, I'll click on For Myself and My Family and hit Next. There's a brief privacy statement to read before you get started. So the section of the application asks about some personal details. You'll need to make sure you have social security numbers, address, and other contact information in order to complete this section. We'll be entering personal information for the employee. Address field requested here is the home address of the applicant. And I'll then plug in the social security number for the applicant. You can choose whether you'd like to receive notices from DC HealthLink by paper or electronically, and the preferred language of communication. Demographic information is optional. The page asks for the employer with whom you are receiving coverage. So in my case, the employer name is Hill Employee Test, and the address will need to be the address provided by your employer for registering for your health insurance. It's important to note if you are a congressional employee, when you go next here, you will see an address validation error page. That's just because the addresses provided by the House and Senate are not in a national address database. So if you see that address validation error screen, you can just click on next and you'll be able to continue through the application. The next section of the application is for filling in information about dependents. So the first dependent I'm going to enter is Jay's spouse. The question, are there any other people in the application group? This is referring to whether there are any other dependents to add. I'll be adding a child as well, so I will select yes. If the only dependent in the application, if there's only one dependent on the application, then your answer to that question would be no. The next screen that comes up then is, because I selected that I wanted to enter another dependent, is for the dependent's information. And because this is just a family of 3 that I'm showing, when I get to the application group question, I'll click on no. So the next screen that will come up if you are entering dependents asks you for the relationships between the members of the family. And there's a drop-down menu with a list of the relationships you can select. In this case, Jay is the spouse of Mary. Go down and select is the spouse of. The application asks for Jay's relationship to baby. Jay is the parent of baby. Select is the parent of. The application also needs to know the relationships of the dependents to each other. In this case, Mary is parent of baby. This final page includes a summary of the information that's been entered so far. You want to check and make sure that the Social Security numbers and dates of birth for all the family members are correct. And you can go back and change or remove any of the information if you need to. And the screen in the application asks for your signature. Make sure that the signature you enter your name in the signature page the same way you did on that first page of the application. So now we've submitted the application and are waiting to get the eligibility results so we can go ahead and shop for plans. So you can see the eligibility results for Jay, Mary, and Baby. Because Jay is employed by our fictional company here, Hill Employee Test, it says that Jay Jones is eligible to purchase health insurance through DC HealthLink. It also lists the number of plans that that are provided for Jay. So Jay's company has decided to offer all the gold plans on DC HealthLink, which includes 112 plans, and the company has a coverage start date of the 1st of March. So go ahead and go shopping for plans. We'll come up here to the right and click on Enroll in a Plan. So what to do is to select the members of our family who are wanting coverage. In this case, all 3 family members are enrolling in coverage, so we click on Continue. That takes us into the plan shopping section. Come down, click on the red Start button. This next screen shows the plan, some brief information about the plans that are available. Different employers can make different choices in terms of what plans are offered to their employees. And we see that because Jay's employer has selected to offer the gold plans, you can see the 112 gold plans are the ones that are going to be available. Click on the next question. You do have the option within the plan selection tool to select a level deductible, sort by. In this case, our family is going to go ahead and look at all 112 plans. And here come to the plan shopping screen. I'll introduce you to a few features we have here on the plan shopping page. So this screen lists all the plans that are available to the employee and has them arranged by the cost of the premium. That's basic information about the plans. Now, this display is for non-congressional employees, and it shows the amount that the employer covers. If you're a congressional employee, this amount is going to show as 0, and there'll be a special calculator up here at the top of the screen that you can click on to see, and OPM has set up a calculator that shows the employer contribution and the employee contribution for the plans. To know if you want more information about the plan you're considering is you can go here to View Plan Details and have the option to look at the Summary Benefits and Coverage, which is a standard form that's available for every plan that shows the costs of certain treatments and medications. When you're done looking at that, you can go back to Return to Plans. And our family wants to select the Blue Choice HMO with the $1,000 deductible. Go to Select this plan. The screen loads includes some basic summary information. Here we have the breakdown of the costs for each member of our family. Go to the Next button at the bottom of the page. The following page shows when coverage starts. So this employer has chosen a March 1st start date for coverage. And Jay's social security number, his date of birth, just for us to double check, and the address. The option to waive coverage, of course, we're in here applying for coverage offered by the employer, so this is going to be no. Also, we have the opportunity to review the information for the dependents. And once done that, we can click on the red Next button. And final summary page that includes, again, those cost downs and the information to review. This is not a confirmation page, so don't want to click on that print button yet. Just run down and click on the red Next button. Read the terms and conditions. Sign name. Again, this signature needs to be the way it was entered at the beginning of the application. And click the red Submit button. This will lead to the congratulations screen. This means that DC HealthLink has received your plan choice information. And we do recommend you go ahead and take a screenshot or print your screen from this page so you have this for your records. I'll also show you a few parts of the account itself. So go back to the home screen. And you'll see this looks different than it did originally. You have the home, enrollments, applications, trained expert, report life events, and payment history options in the blue bar on the left side of the screen. Once enrollment has been processed, you can go over to this Enrollments tab, click on the on the orange button for employer-sponsored insurance, and this expands to show the plan choice that was made. At the end of the demo. Thank you for joining.